Thank you so much for joining me today. How would you imagine that the word Ikigai actually come from Okinawa? Okinawa, by the way, is the Battle of Okinawa was one of the largest and bloodiest battle in the Pacific theater during World War II. It's a place of bloodshed, and the island of Okinawa in Japan from April 1 to June 22, 1945, was not really a place of joy, as it were. It was a ground of battle. But to think that the word Ikigai actually comes from that place is believed to contribute to a happy and a long life, then stands to reason. So the word Ikigai originates from Japan, as you already know. People there are known for longevity and overall well-being. And this concept of Ikigai is thought to contribute to major factors why they live long and they live with purpose and with balance. So today we're talking about a concept that helps you to align your passion with your mission, with your vocation, and your profession, so that you can find a reason for being, a reason to fulfill your life, both professionally and personally, a reason to transform your life. It's a powerful tool if you can embrace it to go through the journey of self-discovery and then creating a meaningful life. So, Ikigai is simply the word that means a reason for being. What wakes you up in the morning? What gives you that energy? And like we see on the street in Nigeria, what gives you that ginger to keep going ahead? It's at the intersection of four fundamental concepts. I already spoke about passion, vocation, mission, and profession. So these four concepts are what you would see. So what you love is your passion. What you are good at is your vocation. What the world needs is your mission. And then what you can be paid for is your profession. And you would see that many a times we want to really give in our all into one area of our lives, but we understand that we also need to probably feed our family, so we need to get paid. So the profession takes away some energy, takes away some time, takes away some concentration, gives us some stress. And everyone talks about building a system. Building a system. A system is creating a way where you can save yourself stress, time, energy, and even money. But the way you will build a system requires 100% of your time, a full concentration for you to develop the system until the system can auto run when the structures are solid and they can auto run. So because of that, we're always in a contemplation, a balance, fighting for what we love, what we're good at, what the world needs, and what we can be paid for. That's always the continuous fight for everyone. So I want to call you to the word of transformation, but I also want you to understand that there are four things you would have to juggle with at personal level, which is so crucial. When we talk about what a person loves, we talk about activities, hobbies, maybe what brings a genuine passion out of you, what brings you joy and makes you feel alive spontaneously. Some people love to play football or maybe soccer, as the case is. That's what gives them passion. That's what gives them joy. If you mention football, even in the middle of the night, they will jump up. Some people love reading. Some people love writing. We all have our different passions. These are critical things. Now, the other part of it is that there are things we're very good at, like skilled, talented, or we have exceptional strength at. So I used to tell my son that, look, if you're good with knowledge, like one of your core area is knowledge, learn to then outwork others in that area. Outread, outstudy, out so that you outwork others and then become better. So what you're good at will be your vocation. It is what you excel at and what comes naturally to you. The third thing is the mission. You see, when you look at your community, your environment, you would always see the needs around you, but some needs will not even resonate with you. So the elements in the world that actually identifies the things that resonate with your mind, and you see or identify this as a crucial need. Some people will walk through a ghetto and they will never see the reason to help them with malaria or see a reason to help the kids there to go to school exceptionally well, while some will go there and exactly what they will see is financial plan on how to rescue people. So we're all just different in the way the mission resonates with our minds. So some of us are given to positively impacting and contributing to the well-being of others. I love to disseminate knowledge in a very simple way. I love to break down complex stuff into simpler chunks. for people to digest and be able to use it to understand complex ideas again. So I work in the world of complexity, but I want to bring people simplicity to now help them work in complexity, because I know the world itself has this complex dimension. So I'm not unaware of that, and I don't want to keep people simple. I want to help them to understand simplified elements such that they can integrate that to come and solve complexity. So the goal ultimately is I want to bring people into complexity, not leave them in simplicity. So the word, that's my mission. That's what I do. That's the passion that drives me, that makes me come to you every day with this video to talk to you about this Ikigai. The fourth thing is what you can be paid for. You see, the world is a marketplace, and it resonates with some things and trades its value, which is money in this case, and maybe opportunities or wealth. He exchanges that wealth for you when you're able to bring value to it. So how do you sustain yourself financially if what you love, what you're good at, and what the world needs are actually not what the world wants to pay for? And so then we need to now start talking about the interplay of these four factors. So at the central core of these four interaction, passion, vocation, mission, and profession is what we call Ikigai. And again, your passion is what you love, your vocation is what you're good at, your mission is what the world around you needs, and your profession is what you can be paid for. So now, if we pick these intersections one by one before we even go to the overall intersection, which is Ikigai, if I pick the intersection between what I love and what I am good at, that is the intersection between passion and vocation, then this is where my interest and talent aligns. And so I'm doing something I love now, and I believe I'm skilled at explaining, training people on how to transform their realities, from transforming their minds to then transforming the external environment. But really, it may not meet my societal or professional or financial need at the moment, just like it is not. So I'm giving out myself. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. And this is what I know I am good at, explaining the concept of transformation so that you can get yourself up together, get infused with focus, with strength, with consistency, and build up to maturity until you're able to scale greater heights. The second intersection is the mission, what you love and what the world needs. So if you intersect your passion and your mission together, then you see people who had given their life. Example like maybe a Nelson Mandela who gave his life to the cause of the nation, or Mahatma Gandhi or Ellen Keller, and we can name many of them who made it a mission of their life. And what they're doing is towards the goal of benefiting others. Martin Luther King Jr. So this is when you're working on something you love, but it's also beneficial to others. So it may not fully align with your skill, and it may also not be financially sustainable in most cases. So people give themselves towards missions. You see people go on evangelical missions. They don't really make money from missions. In fact, they spend money. They spend everything they've got on missions. So this is another key area, and this is part of what drives and motivates and brings life to some people. This is what wakes them up in the morning. The next thing is vocation, where the word meets, what the word needs and what you can be paid for, which is excellent. If you're able to blend this together, this is when you're doing work that meets societal needs and provides financial compensation. But it may not be something you're passionate about. So some of us picks up a job. We're doing it. It's not something we're passionate about. It's not something you even love sometimes, but you need to keep doing it because you need to get paid, and you need to get paid to keep going. I love teaching. I would have gone into the world of education if education had paid exceptionally well. I love teaching. It's what I love, and it's a mission that I see. It's what drives me every time. But at the level of what I can be paid for, I needed to study medicine. So this is an explanation of how. Doesn't mean I'm not passionate about it. I am, but if you put education and medicine beside themselves, I probably would be more passionate about education than medicine, than healthcare. But as it is, we need to understand that our profession is what you're good at and what you can be paid for. Integrating these two together would actually help you align your skills with your profession, and especially provide financial support for you. But it may really not be your passion, like I said. So how do we find the excellent blend between the level of your passion, the mission of what the world needs, the vocation, and the profession? That is the concept of Ikigai. The importance is that I told you from the beginning, it has been noted to contribute to a happier and longer life, because at the end of the day, you want a life that is fulfilled. A life that you will look back, reflect back, and you will say at personal and professional level, I transformed not only myself, my teams, my community. I'm able to transform either my kingdom, my institution, my nation, or the global balance where I operate from. Those are the things that will drive you. You want to transform your family. And these are crucial areas. So what I'm saying is, you need to sit down and then walk the balance between what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Sometimes the world needs something, but the market currently cannot pay for that until something is flipped, or you're able to get another person to collaborate with, to work with, so that they can bring what can be paid for from their own world, and then you integrate it with what the world needs. So Ikigai is the reason for being, is the reason that wakes you up early in the morning. You probably have one or two of these 4 areas, and if you're lucky, you have 3 that is integrated together, and that can also include what you can be paid for. This would really be excellent. But I want you to write it down. What do you love? What are you good at? What does the world around you need that you have identified? And what can be paid for based on the skill, or based on what you know or what you have currently. Integrating these 4 areas together will be the reason for your being, and will be the platform for you to then start talking about transforming yourself. For you to transform yourself, you then need to be a person of character, a person of competence. That means whatever you know out of this 4, you need to now build competence in it. You need to be compassionate, you need to now be consistent, and then be courageous about it. So what is your Ikigai? I leave you to analyze that and to reason through everything I've said, and then understanding this concept, blend what you're good at with what you love, with what the world needs and what you can be paid for. That's your passion, your mission, your profession, and your vocation. Some things give you satisfaction, but at the end, you have the feeling of some usefulness. Or uselessness, let me say, quote and unquote. Some things are comfortable for you, but you have the feeling of emptiness. Some things are exciting, but somehow you're complacent about them because there's no passion. And some things give you delight and sense of fulfillment, but it doesn't bring wealth. So you now need to find an excellent blend of these 4 areas. I leave you to reason through it and to understand that integrating these 4 areas excellently well in your life will be the starting point for driving transformation. And like I said, the difference between transformation and change is that change is for you to just alter 1 or 2 things or few things in your processes, in your culture, in your procedure, but you still remain within that culture. You still remain holding on to that old analog or maybe process. But when you want to talk about transformation, then it comes with correct definition of your true north. That is, truth is fundamental to transformation. That's one. Number 2, after defining your true north, is you do a SWOT analysis of yourself, and you have that clarity. With that clarity, you can define a purpose. When you now define a purpose, then you need to build coalition. You need to build teams together. When you build teams together, you need to change their culture. You need to change your own culture too. You need to improve on your processes. You need to transform the level of understanding. That means the level of learning and thinking in that environment has to improve. Then you need to increase the strength of character for consistency. Then you need to collaborate with like-minded, great minds. That's where you need your coaches, your mentors, your sponsors, and all those who will put in life into whatever you will do. When you integrate this together, when someone in change is moving from a 2 to a 3 to a 4, you are jumping from a 2 to a 20 to an 80 to a 200, and so on. So you move at a geometrical rate, and then someone that is embracing change will move at an arithmetic rate. So that's why I want to encourage you to give onto transformation, and then analyze this Ikigai, your passion, your mission, your profession, and your vocation, and use it to brand what exactly you want. And then whatever you arrive at as an excellent blend, then push it with all your passion, with all the teams you've built, with a transformed mind, and you'll see yourself transforming the world. Thank you.